Hey guys, Lizardlea here for Four Heavenly Beasts Day 1, the Heaven and Earth design. So, it got voted on a long time ago. I'm doing it now. I cut the fabric down to 31 by 23, which gives me 3 inches all the way around, so when I go to get it framed, I'll have more than enough space. And while I'm stitching, I'll have more than enough room on the edges, which is always nice. I'm going to be starting on the top left corner, so page 1 for the design. It's the exact same way I did the Pokemon cross stitch. I'm just working my way like that. There's so much fabric, and my floor stand is very, very tiny. So if you want to see, look at all this excess fabric. Yeah. I might see if I can find another floor stand, but the issue, like if I get one that's way too big, I won't be able to work the same way that I do with the camera in front of me. So I don't know. We'll see. I also stitched the edges, so hopefully it doesn't fray too badly. I'm gonna go stitch now. I'm excited.
All right. Would you abandon your phone, internet, family, and friends for 3 months for a prize of $1 million? Absolutely.
Yep.
It says, and you're not allowed to tell anybody.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll give them money afterwards.
Yeah. No, I'm keeping the money.
If I ever disappear for 3 months, it's because of this.
Yeah, no, I'm keeping the money.
I'll give them like $100 each. It'll be fine.
Here, I got you a clock.
What is the word you absolutely hate people for using?
I mean, there's a lot of internet meme junk, like jebaited, which I just think is...
Jebaited?
Yeah,
What the heck
exactly.
does that mean?
It doesn't matter what it means.
Jailbaited?
No, it's kind of... It's like, haha, you got tricked, but...
Oh.
Way, like, there's this entire... Oh, it's ironic because it's not funny, so it's funny thing that is way past its prime. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of a word that I hate people using, but I hate when people tell me to calm down. Because, like, 99% of the time when someone tells me to calm down, I am calm. So I
am calm!
It offends me. Because it's like, why are you telling me to calm down when I am calm?
Because you should calm down.
See, no, right now, even that, right there, that annoyed me. Because I am calm. You can hear it in my voice. You can see it in my demeanor. I'm calm. I hate it. That absolutely drives me up the wall. What?
Any particular reason you're calm?
Because I'm ready to go to bed soon.
Fair enough.
What? Wait, did you answer?
Yeah,
you did. You said whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever that thing was.
I said whatever, yes.
I don't know what it
I hate
is.
when people say whatever.
What is the most beautiful thing in nature? Flowers? Mushrooms? Waterfalls? What's the most magical thing on Earth?
Mushroom falls.
You freaking weirdo. I was sure you were gonna, like, make that into a Willy Wonka thing, but you didn't.
I didn't.
I kind of did. I mean, most magical thing on Earth, I would go with, like, Old Faithful or the Riverside Geyser, like something at Yellowstone, because I think those things are just spectacular.
Yeah, I've never seen any of that. So.
Oh, you need to.
I saw the Aurora Borealis once in Vegas, of all places.
I would love to see the Aurora Borealis.
It was nowhere near its full glory, but it was still pretty freaking cool.
Love it. I mean, I love sunset. And anymore, the sunrises when I'm on my way to work are really beautiful too. Like, in my memory, sunrises tend to be, like, bright colors, like yellows and oranges. And then sunsets tend to be darker colors, like reds and purples and blues. And I tend to prefer colors on that second spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
But the sunrises here sometimes get these just beautiful pinks and reds, and it's just the whole sky is just... Then, you know, you get it with the mountains, and it's even more spectacular. So, yeah, I've taken some really nice pictures, so I've shown you. You didn't give a crap because you don't think the sky's as beautiful as I do.
I do think it's very pretty. I think lots of things are pretty.
Mm-hmm. Like what? What do you think is the most beautiful thing in nature?
I don't know. I've seen some really cool, like, foresty areas and whatnot. A couple of caves that were really pretty.
Ooh, caves are awesome.
Oh.
You should stick with the Aurora Borealis. I think that was the best.
That was a good answer.
What is your favorite type of candy?
Yes.
I love Reese's, like just Reese's peanut butter cups. But if money is not an issue, I love Scotch Kisses and Butterscotch Squares at See's Candy.
Money and calories.
Yeah, calories, if we ignore calories. I'm doing much better on my diet. I am counting my calories quite well. I'm getting there.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite?
Obviously I've been on a kick for that Hershey's cookie candy bar thing that I can't always find. I do like See's Candy. It's candy bar or like chocolate or what?
What is your favorite type of candy? So I think anything falls under that.
There's some really good candy apples out there. You only want a candied apple like once in a blue moon usually, but when you get it, it's really good. If it's what you want that day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I like... Do cakes count as candy?
I know, it falls under dessert. I don't know if it falls under candy.
Right.
Like, I feel like candy is something that's honestly just bite-sized, I guess.
That's
like
fair.
a bite-sized dessert.
Good job right here. No,
Yeah, I would count that as
no,
candy.
I know, I was making fun of the bite-sized comment. No, that's
I
all.
saw that movie. A girl named Elizabeth died
I
choking
did
on a
too.
jawbreaker.
I was young enough that it, disturbed me.
Oh, it scared the crap out of me, especially because her name was Elizabeth. And I have asthma, so, I have breathing problems. So, when she suffered, or, choked to death, oh, that, I did not like that movie.
No, I didn't either. I was probably too young to appreciate it. And then I saw it when I was older, and I realized it was just bad.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to watch it now.
Yeah, no.
How do you feel about clowns? I don't have any ill feelings towards them. I'm not, incredibly excited about them like some people, but I mean, they don't frighten me at all.
Yeah, I feel like the clown fear thing is kind of just trendy. Oh, I'm afraid of clowns. Ooh, me too. I don't know. Maybe people really are, or some people are. I don't believe the hype. I don't know.
I mean, I'll say it, the original. I haven't seen
Yeah.
the remake, so I don't know. It scared me, but only when he had his teeth out. When he was, what is the actor's name?
Gosh, I want to say Tom Cruise, and that's totally
No,
wrong.
the guy from Clue.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry.
The guy from
When-
Clue. That's your go-to for Tim Curry.
Clue's my favorite movie. Butthead.
I know, but
Yes, it's going to be
no
my
one
go-to.
else is gonna know.
I don't give a crap.
Okay.
I do not give a crap.
Tim Curry, noted actor from Clue.
Clue, the best movie ever.
Yes.
Don't make me smack you. No,
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
yes, yeah,
But anyways, when it was just him and he was, palling around, never frightened me at all. Sometimes the things he would say would be creepy, but I mean, he could be dressed up as anything, and if you act in that kind of way, it's going to come across as creepy. The only time it scared me was when those sharp teeth came out, because it was like, whoa, that's not a clown. That's something
Have you seen
otherworldly.
Poltergeist?
No.
There's a toy in there that's pretty creepy.
Oh, the doll with the really long
Yeah.
arms.
Is that a clown doll?
I think it is.
I mean, I
Or
guess
was it Poltergeist, or was it...
It's Poltergeist.
It is Poltergeist? Okay.
It's not Exorcist, because I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen The Exorcist either. I've seen all of the important scenes from these movies, but I have not seen these movies in, one sitting. I'm so bad. It could be my grandma growing up worked at Circus, and every once in a while she actually, had a clown costume. So maybe it's because I grew up with it that it was normalized for me. I don't know.
I just don't think they're that scary.
I don't think they're scary. I don't find most things scary. I'm scared of haunted houses just because I don't know. I'm a wimp, whatever.
Yes.
But, I mean, more often than not, it's the chainsaws rather than clowns. I mean, if there was a clown with a chainsaw, I'd freak out. But
that sounds like
if it
clown
was a
with a
person
clown.
with a chainsaw, I would freak out.
That sounds like chainsaw-related issues.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's because it probably is.
And that's...
I think we've covered this well.
Yeah, okay, next question, sorry.
I don't know, there's not too much to say on clowns. Either yes or no.
I mean, Sam Winchester from Supernatural,
for the
scared
love
of clowns.
God. Yeah, well,
You've gotten through season 5. He has made the choice, you guys, to continue watching.
eventually.
I paused it 10 seconds before the episode ended, and he made the choice to continue. So, it's on you now. Okay, so this is 8 interesting questions. If you're uninteresting, you're boring.
If you're uninteresting?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, we're going to ignore
If
that.
you're uninteresting, you're boring. It makes sense. If you're not interesting, you're boring.
Yes, it's axiomatic. I'm not sure uninteresting.
Become
is
more
a
of an individual by trying out our best interesting questions in your next conversation.
I see.
Here are 8 best interesting questions.
So how many people
How
have
many
you killed?
freaking ways can they say? Whoa!
Have you seen that movie? Oh God, American Psycho. That's not like a quote, but have you seen American Psycho?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, that's what I was thinking of. Continue.
That's the one where it turns out he didn't actually kill anybody at the end, right?
It's uncertain.
Oh, uncertain. Okay.
Like yeah,
I don't know.
it's uncertain.
It didn't look that exciting to me. What was it, Christian Bale?
Yeah.
See, for the most part, he just isn't that interesting to me.
It's
I don't know.
completely
Could be 'cause I
unique.
didn't
Like you're not going to
Batman.
watch anything else like it. So
I
that's
believe
generally why you see it.
All right. What are you expecting from this relationship?
That's an interesting question.
This is a curveball of a question. Simply because you don't expect people to ask it, but you deserve to know.
I see.
I expect a lot of love.
I expect the walls back now.
You can't have them back. So you're not getting your expectation from this relationship. Sucks to be you, babe.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. Pretty much what I've been getting. Like, you're not crazy. A plus.
All right, I will
I'm
take
above
that.
my curve.
Do loud noises bother you? Some people enjoy the liveliness of a crowded place. Others cannot stand it.
They bother me.
I think certain ones do. Like, certain music, when it's loud, like, if it's music that I've chosen and I'm in my car, I will blast that. But if it's someone next to me and their music's really loud, I don't like that. I mean, I don't like being in, like, clubs because it gets really loud and I have horrible hearing already. So then it just gets to the point where, like, yep, I'm just dancing along. I have no idea what anyone is saying. Nope, what was that? Okay, I'm going to pretend to understand what you just said.
Yeah, I don't love that feeling either, where it's just like, what did you say? Yeah.
Yeah, like, once I have to say what 3 times, I just give up and nod along and smile and pretend I know what you said. So...
I knew you weren't listening to me.
Exactly. What have you forgotten?
If I could remember, I wouldn't be able to answer the question.
This is so stupid.
I don't know. I forgot to get light bulbs at Lowe's.
No, you forgot to tell me what size light bulbs we need in
Also
order
that, yes.
to get
See,
light
I forgot
bulbs.
that too.
It's in my phone, so I didn't forget it. I would have
I misremembered.
seen it and remembered. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, this is going well.
If you had 2 hours left on Earth, what would you do?
Watch a movie for 2 hours? No.
I had 2 hours. I mean, I would totally splurge on my diet.
Yeah, well, that's
Like,
accurate.
screw that. Oh, I want 5 pounds of C's candy. Yes, sir.
Wash out my life and I don't know. Yeah, probably just live the good life for 2 hours. Like,
Yeah.
whatever. Take out a lot of credit.
What? See, I feel dumb now. I assumed, like, the whole world was ending, not just my life. But yours, taking out all that money, you're gonna screw some people over, you butthead.
It's okay, they're banks. They're not people.
There are people working at those banks, and so...
And they're not the ones liable.
Okay, I'll take it. All
A
right.
progeny would be... No, actually, I don't think we can do that either. Never mind, doesn't matter. Continue.
Who makes you laugh more than anyone? This handsome man right here.
Patton Oswalt. And you.
He is funny. I like
Very
that.
funny.
What's the best gift you've ever given? Okay,
Didn't we ask that?
didn't we already do this?
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I've done silly stuff. I feel like we did that. So.
Yeah. How many times a day do you look in the mirror? At least twice. When I get up to unbraid my hair and brush it, just because my hairbrush is in front of a mirror, so I grab it and I'm looking at myself. And then again, when I'm braiding my hair before going to bed, just because
I would
usually in the
assume
bathroom.
like 3 or 4 or 5. I don't know. Because, like, at work I run through coffee.
Oh, when I wash
Wash
my
my
hands
hands,
in the
yeah.
bathroom, there's a mirror right in front of me. Okay, so the one complaint I have about my work is in the bathrooms, the mirrors are tiled, essentially.
Tiled?
Yeah, it's like a foot by foot, and every foot or so, there's just a line. Like, there's a ton of horizontal lines and a ton of vertical lines. So it just looks like everything is covered in squares. So when I'm standing, looking at the mirror, there's a line right above my eyeballs.
Be taller.
That would be nice. I can't do that, so I have to bend down.
Wear pumps.
Uh,
Pumps was the word of the night with
That
Robert.
is sensible shoes.
Yes.
Yeah, the problem with that is I stand at my desk, and that's gonna not be nice on my feet.
Wear punks to the bathroom. Aha.
That would be stupid.
But you wouldn't have this problem.
I could just bend down, though. It's really weird. I don't know why anyone would ever want mirrors like that, though. Because if I wanted to see my whole self, every foot, there's a line through it. It's really weird. I don't know who's
I have
thought
no
of
idea
that.
what you're talking about for the reference, so yeah, I believe you.
Imagine a huge mirror.
Yes.
And there's a line every foot going horizontally and a line every foot going vertically.
Why?
I don't know.
You sound very upset. You should calm down.
Because it's stupid. I'm not calm, so I'm okay with that comment right now. Because that is just, it's ridiculous. I don't know why someone would do that. Mirrors are meant to be used, and so you can see yourself. But when you chop them every foot, you can't do it. Okay. If 100 people in your age group were selected randomly, how many do you think they'd find leading a happier life than you? Not many. I don't think they'd find many.
Yeah. Life is pretty good.
If you were guaranteed the correct answer to one question, what would you ask?
The Powerball numbers?
Oh, yours was so much better than mine.
What were you going to say?
I was going to ask who shot JFK. Or like
Lee Harvey Oswald.
No. Who all was involved in the shooting of JFK?
He used a magic bullet. Have you not seen that skit?
No, but I watched a 3-hour almost court thing movie where, hold on, it sounds stupid because I'm not phrasing it properly. It was, they had genuine people bringing evidence in to prove that, oh yes, Lee Harvey Oswald worked alone. And then they had another guy come in to prove, no, he obviously couldn't have. And it was spectacular to watch. And the whole time I was watching, I was like, okay, yeah, no, I am 110% on the side of the guy who's saying it's impossible he couldn't have worked alone. But, they ended up ruling in the other guy's favor because the government and blah, blah, blah. It wasn't a necessarily a real trial because obviously they're both dead. But, no, it's a movie.
Is this Oliver Stone's JFK?
No, it was the trial of Lee Harvey Oswald or something. If you Googled it, I could point it out to you based on the cover.
Gotcha.
It's really interesting, though. I don't know how you guys feel about conspiracies and blah, 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 but I am not a huge fan of history, so when something is interesting to me, it's, incredibly interesting. But I would now like to change my answer to David's.
Screw the mysteries of the universe. I want to be rich.
Yeah. Maybe when I die, if I'm rich enough.
And then you can put half of it in savings, like the other question said.
Oh, way more than half.
Well, yeah. Really?
Yeah, 7/8 of it.
How much is Powerball these days? I don't even know.
I don't know. I will whatever one will give me the most money.
Yeah.
I want those numbers.
Yes. How about all the numbers? Why not just go broke?
Can I have all the numbers to all of the lotteries?
Latotos.
Yeah. Latotos?
I don't know.
You're so weird.
Love you, dear.
Love you more. What is an obscure food that you have eaten that most people never tried?
Jellyfish.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was it like?
Firmer than you would expect.
Really? I assumed it would be
Yeah. It's not, it's just squishy. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was going to say jelly, and then I was like, that's a really
really.
stupid word to use when you're talking about a jellyfish.
Yeah, no, it was, God, I can't think of a good, comparison. I would not do it again. It wasn't, hideously disgusting, but it wasn't bad. I didn't particularly prefer it. Also had tripe, would not do that again.
Wait, back to the jellyfish. So, it wasn't, really chewy?
It was, firm-ish, oh, God. I've had something similar, and I can't think of what it is. Some kind of plant or candy or something.
This is going to sound really stupid. It's not obscure, but most people have probably not eaten it. I went to nature camp when I was in middle school in 5th grade. And we went out, and they were like, all right, what's safe to eat? I ate a cricket.
Power move.
Well, no, we all did. Like,
Yeah,
we
no, I
we
got
had
you.
like a mini grill thing, and, you flipped it, you cooked it, and you ate it. It didn't taste very good. I don't know why cats like them. Do not recommend. But if you are out in the wild and you have nothing else to eat, crickets are safe to eat.
If you find a cricket.
Yeah.
Step 1,
Okay,
find a cricket.
yours were way more interesting. Continue with yours.
Yeah, tripe I would not recommend.
Okay, is that a fish?
It is intestinal tract like stuff.
Ew.
Yeah,
Of
it's-
what animal? Or is it just any?
Pig, I believe, maybe beef. I forget.
Tripe.
Yeah, would not.
That sounds weird.
Yeah, it's I was at dim sum when I had it. I don't know if it's traditionally Chinese. I would assume because I was with a Chinese family, but actually Alex's extended family. I told you about that
Oh.
trip where they pegged me as the wuss. Maybe.
Me?
Oh no, never mind. This is New Year's. I had the New Year's cake. So in fact, they're probably having it right now. For Chinese New Year's, there's this New Year's cake, and I'm pretty sure you could like tile the space shuttle with it, and it would be fine on re-entry. It is a very dense material. It's not exactly bad. You're just pretty sure that your body can't digest this.
I see.
It's like, oh, that was tasty, but I'm probably gonna die now.
Did you have a hard time in the restroom
No,
later?
I was
Okay,
fine,
then.
but it just like it again. It is a industrial strength again, think like of a bulletproof vest made of like something liquid. Like that's kind of the vibe you're getting.
Funny. Yeah, I know I've been to more places than David, but I am not as adventurous with my food. So
Had duck or chicken feet.
I had duck in China. It was really good.
Yeah.
Chicken feet.
You've
that
had
doesn't-
duck here.
Yeah, but it's more exotic in China than it is here because we're in America.
I see.
What is your favorite 3-word sentence? I mean, obviously, I love you, but what's another good one? You're a dork. I say that a lot.
Don't do that.
It's not my favorite 3-word sentence, though.
No. How many words is that?
That's more than 3. No, I think I have to stick with I love you just because I... Yeah.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm. It's the best one.
I see.
If you had to live a week without internet, what will you do to keep yourself busy?
Am I allowed-
Cross stitch.
Yeah, am I allowed to code?
Probably.
Although then again, coding without internet is rough. Like if there is a thing where it is pretty much expected that you are looking stuff up all the time, that's probably one of them. Read,
Internet's out.
games, books. Books are reading. That counts.
Yep, yes it does. What was the most awesome excuse you ever made? Did you call out of work because you got sprayed by a skunk? What's that ridiculous excuse that somehow worked? None of mine were ever ridiculous.
I feel like it's happened, but I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Like I've claimed I was sick and didn't go into work a couple times, especially at Ross because screw that place.
Yes, you are not bad.
No.
They're
But
gonna let you down now.
I don't give a crap. They still owe me more money. Like I think there was only one time at Michael's when I lied that I wasn't sick. Or that I lied and said I was sick when I really wasn't. And that was for our anniversary when we were in Disneyland. And it was
Yes.
like, do we want to stay another day? And for what it's worth, David actually wasn't feeling great. So it wasn't going to complete lie. But yeah, no, mine is always just like, I'm sick, I can't come in. I lied a few times throughout school, oh, mommy, I don't feel well. And then, the
For
straight
those
A
listening
student
at
that
home,
I
feel I
was.
should point out she's on the side of Mr. Feeney, or not Mr. Feeney. Oh, what was the dean's name in Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
God, I hated that movie.
Yeah, see?
It's because he ruined his best friend's life. Like, yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Arguable.
Oh my God. No, I am not getting into this with
He
you.
helped his friend escape his terror. Okay, I will move
No,
on.
he still had to live with his family.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, unless his dad killed him, though. I mean,
Okay, well, you don't know how horrible he might have become after that.
I see.
So, Ugh, so
The
bad.
horror movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I mean, if he turns around and kills his father, we're okay, maybe.
I see.
Okay, what's the worst topping to put on a pizza?
Anything.
Okay, but like, you
Cheese.
just dislike the cheese. There you go. Good boy.
Love you too.
I only like the cheese. So I know some people will be like, pineapple. I don't want pineapple on my pizza. I don't want pepperoni on my pizza.
I feel like if I liked pizza, I'd like pineapple on it.
I don't really like pineapple. I mean, it doesn't offend me. I have friends who eat pineapple on their pizza, and
But do you
it
like
does not
pineapple?
bother me. Oh, Lord. No, don't you start that. Yeah, I just like cheese and extra cheese. The worst topping to put on a pizza is not cheese.
Yes,
What's the worst topping to put on ice cream?
Huh.
I mean,
ignoring all
pregnant
the...
women have like pickles and ice cream. And
Yeah,
that
I was
sounds
gonna say,
disgusting to me.
ignoring like the obvious weird stuff, like so and so likes whatever. I don't know if I have a good answer to that though. Like
I don't really tend to like chocolate syrup. So hold on, calm down. So if I have a bowl and I only have one scoop of ice cream, the chocolate syrup will be too powerful for me. But if I have like 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream and a little bit of chocolate syrup, I can deal with that. What?
Nothing. It's a quote from the thing.
Okay.
Let me think.
I don't like cherries very much
sorry.
anymore. I used to, but not really anymore.
Communist.
I used to like them. I don't know. I mean, like, it's not that I dislike them. It's just I have to really be in the mood to have a cherry.
I see.
And I'm generally not. So,
I see.
I don't like sprinkles. I don't really like sprinkles on anything, actually.
Sprinkles are... It depends on the sprinkles, but like those cheap, rainbowy sprinkles are usually, my least favorite.
I don't like them on ice cream. I don't like them on cupcakes. I don't like them on cake. Sprinkles are a no-go for me. Like, so everything that's like birthday cake flavored, I'm just like, no. It's gonna have sprinkles, and it usually does. What were you saying?
No, I'm just thinking if I have anything to add to that. I don't.
Okay.
In case anyone was wondering.
What's the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard someone say out loud?
Well, you say stuff all the time.
Okay, but is it ridiculous, or is it just, wow, there goes Liz saying something she heard wrong again?
I mean, it's... No, there's been some pretty... I'm not going to be able to quote any off the top of my head right now, but it's happened. Bear witness, world. These are things.
I'm sure I've said stupid things in these videos in the last couple weeks anyways.
Oh, gosh. Especially when you're tired.
Oh, yeah.
You say some stuff.
Because nothing makes sense, because I'm just sleepy.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I think I've already talked about the guy I interviewed who was like, I asked him who his favorite boss was, and, it's an idea, it's a concept. Like, that was really ridiculous. I understand you're nervous and you're under pressure, but, like, you have to spit out an answer. That is not an answer. It's not even a cop-out. That's just I'm gonna stare at you for 5 seconds, give you a moment to rethink that, and then I'm gonna move on unless you say something. He didn't say anything. I mean, I worked retail for 3 years, so I heard customers say some absolutely horrendous, ridiculous things.
The Ides of March.
What?
So, my birthday, as you know, is St. Patrick's Day.
Indeed it is.
Indeed it is. And my brother, being, my younger brother, we were discussing with him, like, hey, when do you think the Ides of March is? Because somehow it got on the subject of my birthday and all that, and beware the Ides of March and yada yada yada, being near that. And so he's like, I don't know when the Ides of March is. And we're like, yeah, but when do you think it is? He's like, I don't know, April? Like, you think the Ides of March is in April.
I mean, in his defense, there are things like, what is it, the 100 Years' War, which wasn't actually 100 years, it was like 80-something or 90-something.
Yeah, but if you didn't know it all, wouldn't you at least guess?
I mean, yes, I would have guessed the middle of March. Because Ides is middle, isn't it? Or is it?
Yeah, it's middle.
It is middle, yeah. I would have guessed, like, March 15th.
Close. Very close.
That's too funny.
And it was the way he said, because it was like, what, do you know when the Ides of March is? No. And we're like, okay, do you know what month it's in? I don't know, April?
I mean, There are some
Thanks
pretty
for playing.
ridiculous things where it says something and then it turns out to be something completely different. So, but I don't know if I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt right now.
No, I wasn't in the moment, that's for sure.
Yeah. Most of the stuff I've heard from customers was horrible, rude things. It's not even worth repeating.
Yeah, I mean, people say horrible stuff all
Yes,
the time.
they do. But especially to retail workers because they think they're below them for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. By the way, I went to Michael's today and I was allowed to frame my pieces. So I have now framed the
Not my circus,
Not My Circus, Not My Monkeys, and Seaside Wedding. So I'll have to, show you guys those eventually when I have the time and I remember. All right, this next one is 8 best funny questions to ask. What product do you think the world could go on without? I don't know why that's funny.
It's not.
Product.
I mean, I could list a whole bunch of apps, like,
See, I hear product and I think of like a physical thing.
fair enough. Go on without.
Mm-hmm. The world could go on without.
I see. The Amazon Echo?
Oh, yeah. What's the equivalent? Or no, is that one the girl? The heck's her name?
Girl?
Yeah, they're like, oh, hey, blah, blah, blah,
Hey,
play
Alexa.
this. Yeah,
Siri.
Alexa.
Siri,
No,
Alexa.
it's Alexa.
It's Alexa, okay.
Or is it Siri? Fuck, I don't
It's
know.
probably Siri.
No, I think it's Alexa.
It's usually Siri, in the jokes anyways. I don't know, whatever. They're both the
It's
same
Siri.
thing.
I don't know, didn't somebody... heck, I don't know. Any of those things, yeah, I think we could do without. I know the first time my laptop updated to, like, Windows 10, Cortana popped up, and I was like, no.
Yeah, Cortana has become incredibly useless.
I don't
Or,
like
well,
any
never
of
was
the-
useful, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but it's
I don't
only
like
gotten
any of the
worse.
things that are, like, voice activated, like... Because every once in a while, I'll be talking with somebody, and it'll pop up, I didn't understand that. Girl, we weren't talking to you. Like, that's... No.
There are uses.
Oh,
but
yes, I know that.
Yeah.
I don't think the world would crash and burn if we didn't have it. Like, if we
I
got
would
rid of
actually-
microwaves, most people would freak out. If we got rid of computers, most people would freak out. Phones, etc.
I would say that the world could actually use less GPS. I know that there are many people who disagree with me, and I think that's because they've grown up on GPS.
I mean, I can get around in the places that I need to be able to, and I'm okay with that. I can read a map if necessary, but that's really freaking hard to do when you're driving. So
I think you get better at learning the streets, though, if you just don't over-rely on something else for a bit. Like, you don't even have to, like, stop using GPS forever. It's just, you get a lot better if you force yourself to practice for a bit. Which is why I'm going to take Courtney and Scott and drop them off in the middle of town with nothing else.
I thought Scott was good with directions.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, Courtney's the one who's bad at it.
Yeah, she's pretty.
So she's not going to learn nothing from this. She's just going to follow Scott.
Fine, she must go alone. Good point.
No, we're not going to kill Courtney.
She won't. You have no faith in her.
She has no faith in herself when it comes to directions.
That's
so
true.
why should I?
Because you're her friend.
I do. I love her. I would go and save her. I would pick her up.
Never going to be able to teach anyone anything.
Okay. If one animal was made the size of a whale, which would be the scariest?
Centipede.
Oh, God. I don't like the thought of that at all.
So I win.
I think so. Or, well, no,
I've
wait.
got others.
Do millipedes have more legs?
They do.
Then millipede would be worse.
But they don't have horrifying teeth.
Man, they're all creepy. They're all disgusting. I mean, I hate cockroaches. See, I was thinking like hippo or something, like, because I think more people die from hippos than they do like car accidents. Or no, it's not car accidents. Hold on, I'm thinking crocodiles is what it was. Because so many people are so scared of like crocodiles and alligators. More people die because of hippos than they do. Oops, sorry. No, sharks. It was sharks. More people die from hippos than they do sharks because everybody always freaks out about sharks. They actually do not cause nearly as many fatalities as people assume because of movies like Jaws.
Yes. I can believe that.
Yes. But, oh, God, a centipede. Oh, I don't like the way you think at all.
Love you too, dear.
What is the worst song lyric you have ever heard? All right, what are the words to Friday?
Cold-hearted snake.
Oh, honey.
It's not a real song.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
And you disgust me.
Yes, dear.
He's a cold-hearted snake. Look into his eyes. He's been telling lies. No, that is a good song.
Yes, dear.
Friday, however, has some really bad lyrics.
Friday.
It's Friday, Friday. Gotta get up on Friday. Let's see, what is it? Gotta have my bowl, gotta have cereal. Yeah. Although I agree with the sentiment, that is a horrible line.
I see.
Like, I mean, that girl is beautiful, and from what I know, she actually can sing very well.
Who?
So, Rebecca Black, the girl who did
idea.
Friday.
We're done here.
Don't be mean.
No.
No. Do you know how bad it got for that girl because of how everyone treated her?
I did not know who that is. I've never heard of her.
You have heard of Friday.
I've heard the song.
Yes,
I've
that
heard
was the girl who
nothing else.
sang it.
I didn't know
And
there
it
was...
blew up worldwide, and people sent her death threats, and they were
Why?
horrible because they hated the song, and they heard it everywhere.
Of all the songs to hate, like, that's not even that different from everything else. I don't know, to me, anyways. There's a lot of stuff that's...
Oh, I agree,
repetitive.
but I mean, she was in like middle school when it happened, so of course everybody treated her horribly.
Oh, I did not know.
Because they had access to
did not
her.
know that either.
I think she ended up becoming or going and getting homeschooled after that because I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a long time, but
I have no knowledge of any of this.
Mm-hmm. I was interested in it because I was like, she didn't write it. She isn't a horrible singer in the song. Like, I think the worst part about that song is actually the guy that comes in and raps, because it's like, he's like 20 years older than her, and it's just really creepy, and it's just weird. I don't know.
I got nothing.
Yeah. What is the craziest thing you've seen somebody do at the workplace? Ooh, okay. So it says somebody. It doesn't say a coworker. So I had a lady in my store when I worked at Michael's. She had this cart packed up so high, it was probably 2 Davids high. So it was like probably about 12 feet high. I am not exaggerating.
I am now a unit of measure.
I was going to say 3 me's, and I was like, no, I think 12 feet is perfect. So
3 me's, 2 U's, somewhere in there. Yeah, okay, that's normal.
I could see her moving over some of the aisles. Like, that's how high it was piled high. And she looked kind of homeless, and she smelled horrific, and she kept mumbling and talking to herself, and everybody was kind of, uncomfortable about it, which I understand, but I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna go over and ask her if she needs any help. I'm gonna see if she's doing okay, because, like, if she's all right, this isn't bothering me. And I went over, I was like, are you doing okay? And she just went off the rails on me. She was freaking out. And, she was just getting agitated, and she was moving her body weird. So, I immediately just backed up, because I was like, I don't know what the heck's going on. This is not okay. And she knocked a bunch of the stuff off of her cart. Not on purpose. It was she turned, and it bumped some of the stuff in the aisle, so some of the stuff on the cart fell off. And then she started shouting, and I was just like, oh, okay, like, do you need some help? She shouted some more, so I was like, obviously not. So I walked up to the front, and I was just like, yeah, you guys give her a wide berth. Like, don't trouble yourself. Do not, no, just no. And then later on, she was walking by, and she started shouting at a customer. And I was like, all right, now I have to interfere, because this is unacceptable. And so, I was just like, ma'am, do you need some help? And she tried to kick me. She turned away from me, so she had her back to me. And then she stuck her foot out. And I saw this, and so I immediately backed up. But if I hadn't moved, she would have kicked me in the shin. And it would have been hard, too, because, like, her leg just jerked back really quickly. And then she also attempted to kick a customer. The like, it was a white blonde lady who was really nice and polite the whole time. And so I ended up calling security on her, and I had her removed from the building because it was just like, yeah, no, you try and kick me, you're gone. This is ridiculous. So that was pretty crazy. Let's attack an employee who's trying to be helpful because you're crazy.
Yes.
Craziest thing you've seen in the workplace, hun?
None of that.
You mean you've never had somebody try to attack you at work?
Nope, not particularly.
I've had a lot of people cuss me out. I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that non-receipted for you for $200. You can go right back to the crap hole you came from.
Noted.
Do you have anything, or should we move on?
Craziness at work. Maybe not.
I can tell the story about Robert getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. And that's a coworker. So, oh, honey,
Oh no, I'm just checking something.
I don't believe you.
I just finished checking something.
You put your keyboard in your
Scott
lap.
said something. It was important.
Uh-huh. All right, so when I was the customer experience manager at Michael's, I had just been promoted like 2, maybe 3 weeks. And Angela was the custom framing manager. Hi, Angela, if you're watching this. And Robert had just started. Well, actually, he'd been there for a little. He'd been there for a while, yeah. So he was a part-time framer. I was the customer experience manager. So his direct boss was Angela.
He had a direct experience with a customer.
Okay, but I'm getting to that.
I know.
So he came in, and he was going to clock in, but this is going to sound rude. I apologize in advance, but it is important. A Chinese family stopped him because they had a frame that was ready to be picked up, and they needed help putting it in their car. And it was a, let's see, they were all significantly older, so it was just, it was a huge piece. They were just simply unable to carry it to their car. And so Robert helped them bring it out to their car. And he got into the vehicle and pulled it back with him. So they closed the trunk, they all got in the car, and they drove off. And he stayed in the vehicle. And they eventually got to, their home. Because I guess they were under the impression Robert was going to help hang it for them. And after a little while, I went over the radio. So I don't know this. I saw him come in. He said he was going to clock in, and that was the last of it. I went over the radio. I was like, hey, has anybody seen Robert? Nope. Asked like 10 minutes later, still all no's. So I'm starting to freak out. I'm just like, where the heck is Robert? Like, what is going on? I looked through the whole store. I looked through the break room. I went to the bathrooms. Couldn't find him. So I was just like, did he quit? Did he walk out? What is going on? And eventually, over the radio, Angela's laughing, and she's like, oh, he texted me. A customer took him to their house to help hang something. And I was so angry. So at this point, everybody, yeah, I was convinced he was kidnapped. But also I was offended because we were like work husband and work wife. We got along really, really well, and we worked well together. So I was like, you went to Angela before you went to me? Like, what is this? I know she at the time she was his direct boss. But I was just like, come on.
She's trying to not give you a heart attack.
No, I had a heart attack.
Yeah.
He texted me like a minute later. Oh, sorry. I think I've been kidnapped. I'm with the Chinese family who had the really big frame. And I was just like, what the heck is wrong with you? You need to get back over here. You need to get to work.
Yes, because at that point, he's in control of the situation.
Eventually, they brought him back. And I was standing at the front of the store, right underneath the security camera. And Angela came up next to me. And I was pissed. And she was laughing in tears. And Robert came in and was just like, hey, I'm back. By the way, I didn't get to clock in. I was like, no, really?
Must have been a good write-up for corporate.
Oh my gosh.
Dear corporate, today was exciting.
I
We
mean,
sold stuff.
Justin
also
was
employee
not
got kidnapped.
happy when I told him that Robert was quasi-kidnapped.
So
And I lost 40 years of my life to that, so
I see.
I will never get them back. I think all of my stories trump anything you have.
I don't have anything cross-stitch YouTube channel appropriate. That's for sure.
That's not happening then.
But I still don't think it's necessarily that much crazier. It's just the stupid stuff you see.
This is true.
But
were one of your friends quasi-kidnapped?
No.
It's one of mine was. The friend that introduced us.
Yeah. Which is why you let him live.
Yes, this is true. We hadn't met then, honey. No, we had not.
I guess not.
No.
Nice.
No.
Maybe not. I'd swear we'd met.
Nope, we had not.
Hard nope, huh? Interesting.
All right. What is the worst thing your mom caught you doing as a kid? So I don't remember doing this act, but I can guarantee you it was me. So I am called out of my room. I'm in somewhere between like 1st to 3rd grades. We're living in Germany. My parents call me into the hallway and they're like, "Hey Liz, did you do this?" And they point at the wall. And I was like, "Oh no, Graybeard did that." And then they look at me and they're like, "Oh no, I'm lying to you." The first thing I said...
Already, huh?
Shut up. The first thing I said was, "Oh no, Chris did that." And my mom was like, "Oh no, honey, Chris can't even get out of his bassinet yet. There's no way he came downstairs and did this. Who did this?" And then I was like, "Oh, Graybeard did it." And then so my dad looks at me and he's like, "The cat decides to write on the wall, and the first thing he writes is your name." And
weird cat.
Yeah, very weird. Like, he was so smart. But so I remember that very clearly. I remember like denying it, but I don't remember. Apparently, I took a crayon to the wall and I went the whole way down the staircase, and I got in front of my room and I wrote Liz at the end of it. So obviously it was me, but I genuinely have no memory of doing that. And then, hold on, I have another one. I have another amusing one. I have no memory of this whatsoever. I was way too young for it. But I'm told when I was very, very young, I don't know how old, I was at like my Aunt Wendy's house, I want to say, and I guess I buttered the cat. I had a piece of bread.
Buttered the
Yes,
cat?
I had a piece of bread with butter on it. The cat came over to me. I put the bread on the cat, butter side on the cat, and I went from his head down to his tail, and the cat was incredibly happy about it later.
I can bet. One buttered cat.
Yeah! And so to this day, everybody still makes fun of me about buttering the cat.
Seems fair.
Yeah. What's the worst thing your mom got you doing as a kid?
I mean, one of the big ones was, and somewhat related to your wonderful autistic talents, I took a stamp. My dad had gotten this owl stamp. It was blue, and I was like, God, I was young. Like 3, 4, somewhere in there. Really young. And I got the idea that my parents had left me alone and the walls could use redecorating. So I stamped the entire wall. You know, over the course of, I have no idea how much time, but I felt it looked better. And they felt it had to be repainted. I also put stickers on some of the furniture because they were car stickers, and you know that makes everything better.
Oh wait, like car stickers? So like they left a horrible residue?
No, they were little stickers of cars.
Oh, well that's...
I mean, they weren't coming off.
Really?
Oh no.
What kind of material was the couch?
It wasn't the couch, it was like a dresser.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said couch. I'm ridiculous. Ignore me. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, they weren't too thrilled with that.
Wood, that's not ideal.
It was mine, to be fair.
Still Not ideal. You weren't old enough to pay for it.
Yeah, no, they felt much the same, I believe.
All right. What? Or did you have another one, or was that it?
I mean, I've probably done horrible things to my brother at one point or another and gotten caught. Then again, he did likewise, so, thus siblings.
Yeah. Meh.
Yeah, I don't have any... Well, I launched him off the trampoline. I don't remember if that was legitimately intentional or just side effect of being told, don't launch your brother off the trampoline. But, yeah, that happened.
Man. I believe it.
Right after they told me not to. Like, literally, they turned around, looked back, and he was sailing through the air. So, yeah.
Whoopsie.
Excitement ensues.
All right. What is that one joke that you cannot tell without laughing hard?
Nothing appropriate. Well,
Yeah.
why are you buying clothes at a soup store?
Oh my god.
Yeah, no,
All right.
no one there's gonna know that.
You have to explain it.
I don't think okay, so if you've watched Code Geass,
The anime.
you already know what a trip that can be. There is a Code Geass abridged. It's not particularly good as far as abridged series go, but it is very unique. It's pretty surreal and out there. And there's just a scene where Suzaku is played, or is it I can't remember his name. Spinzaku, yeah, Suzaku is the dumb one, and so he calls him and he's like, "Where are?" One of them's asking like, "Where are you?" And he's like, I'm at soup." "What do you mean you're at soup?" "I'm buying clothes." "Well, where? What aisle are you in?" "I'm in the soup aisle." "What do you mean you're in the soup aisle?" "There's just soup." "Well, okay, go somewhere else. There's still soup." "Why are you buying clothes?" There's no way I can tell this properly. If any of this intrigues you, go look it up. But otherwise, I apologize.
I don't like abridged series, so
Yes.
if you recommend them, I'm sure David will watch them. I will not.
I mean, most of them are not good. There's a few.
I don't even like Dragon Ball. And that one is, like, renowned.
To be fair, it's only renowned because it started really, really bad, and then it got really, really good. Like, the early stuff is, yeah, like, okay, this is kind of funny if you're a Dragon Ball fan. Like, there's a few good lines. Like, "Are you a Yoshi?" But it's mostly meh. And then it got really surprisingly good. No one knows how, but it did.
Yeah, I'd rather watch the original of every single series.
You haven't tried enough.
Yeah, I can't think of any jokes that I can't say without laughing. I don't know. Who is the most annoying celebrity, according to you? I am not a fan of, what's her name? Silverstone? The girl who
Really?
voiced, the girl in Wreck-It Ralph.
I know who you're talking about. Really?
Yeah, I don't find her funny.
I don't think she's that funny, but I don't find her annoying.
I mean, at times I do. Anyone who is overweight, if the only thing they do in their roles in movies is, like, tell fat jokes and talk about the fact that they're fat, that annoys me. Because I have had friends that are overweight, and yeah, they'll joke about it every once in a while, but it isn't a 24/7 thing. Like, you have to get past that at some point, because at some point, it's no longer funny. Like, I don't find it funny.
I see. What was it exactly? Like,
Who is the most
celebrity?
annoying celebrity, according to you?
There's a bunch of Twitch streamers who are not... Well, I mean, it depends on how much you want to classify the word celebrity, but their job is shock jock, basically, so it kind of comes with the territory. Is there anything I found particular... Like, there's a lot of people I don't care for, but I also just don't know anything about them because I don't care for them. I can't think of anyone in particular who, like, oh my god, yeah, why are they... Like, there's a lot of talking heads that I find annoying, but I think that's the point.
Mm.
You know,
Like, I don't think the girl I was talking about, like, doesn't deserve work. I just will never go out of my way to watch her stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of comedians that
because
feel
a
that
lot
way
of it
about.
annoys me. So.
I'm like, yeah, your material is not funny to me.
Mm-hmm. What fun activity from your childhood has been completely ruined for kids today?
Oh, Wet and Wild.
Really?
Oh, yeah. The old Wet and Wild was phenomenal, and the new Wet and Wild is... I mean, I'm glad there's one that exists, but no, it is nothing like the old one. It is not even...
Why? What has changed?
Okay, the old one was on the Strip.
Uh-huh.
It was a huge property. It had so many cool rides. We're talking like...
I think I went to that one.
Think of like a small
My
portion...
family had the choice to go to the Wet n Wild in Vegas that was about to close down,
Then,
or
yeah.
go to a Cher concert because it was going to be one of her last. And my family chose the Wet n Wild.
Yeah.
And my mom and I, to this day, are still really angry with that we went to the Wet n Wild and not to the Cher concert because we didn't have fun.
You're bad at it? I don't know. Like,
I've never been a
it was-
strong swimmer, and I don't like having my eyes filled with water, so...
Yeah, I don't...
Swimming is not for me. Swimming is for you.
Well, you are a strong swimmer. What do you... No.
I am not a strong swimmer.
Yes,
You
by-
overuse that word.
No, like, you are not an Olympic swimmer, but you, by my standards, yeah, no, I've seen people who are not strong swimmers. They can't swim, literally.
Do you remember what year it closed about?
Oh, God, it was a long time ago. No, is the short answer.
Well, because it could have, if it was before us living in Spain, I didn't know how to swim. If it was after, I did, but only with goggles and a nose plug. So I don't know. I remember there was one, it looked like a funnel, and people would go in it, and they'd go in a circle, and then they'd go down, and that just terrified me.
No,
Because I was like, I'll get stuck, or I'll go down really quickly, I'll get caught in the water, and I'll drown.
No, you should have tried it.
I am so glad I didn't, because
No.
even now I wouldn't be willing to
No, you are way overrating how scary. Like, you've been on the slide at my dad's.
No, I haven't.
Really?
Really?
You should. It's not, like, scary at all.
Yes, slides are okay. A circular funnel that I'm just going to drop down looks terrifying.
Trust me, it's just like the slide. Like, it's really...
Well,
We gotta go to a water park now.
I know. I need goggles and a nose plug
Fine.
then, because the second water goes up my nose, I feel like I'm going to have an asthma attack.
Well, I can help you with that, but we can get you goggles and a nose
Okay, well, I
plug.
can't breathe out of my nose.
Yeah,
So you can't help me with that.
No,
Everything you have told me has not been helpful for
It's
that.
doable.
Sure. Let's see. What fun activity from your childhood has been completely ruined for kids today? Oh my goodness. Sleepovers. So I would have sleepovers like every other weekend with my friends, whether it was at my parents' house or at their parents' house, or at their house. But I there were so many people at Ross that had kids, and they told me that, oh yeah, I'm not going to let my kids go have a sleepover because I don't know what their parents are going to do. I don't know who's at their place. I don't know if they have a creepy uncle, I don't know. And so then, the other parents are saying the same thing about them. So nobody has sleepovers anymore. And that's just beyond me, because I feel like that's a big part of when you learn how to act around people you don't know very well, that you inherently should respect. Like, you don't want to be rude to your friend's parents. I guess you could be if you will never want to come back, but ideally, if you want to keep that friend, you need to be nice to their parents. And but it's also just fun. You get to, get out of the house, you get to play video games until 2 a.m, as long as you're quiet, and, with a friend rather than just on your own or with a sibling. It's totally different. But so many people don't get to do that now because they're just so scared of what could happen and who someone could be, and that's just, I think that's a shame. I don't know if guys did sleepovers very often. Yes?
Almost every night.
Yeah,
but then again, I also don't know if it's actually stopped or if it's just that we whine about stuff. I legitimately don't know, because
everybody at Ross was telling me that they wouldn't do it.
I don't know. I know other people who grew up on that stuff my age, and I'm sure they're not worried about their kids doing it. So, Mike didn't give a damn, obviously.
Like,
I don't know. If it is, that's a shame.
I mean, I think ideally you just, prior to the first sleepover, you go over or you invite them over, like the whole family, the parents and the kid, and you have dinner together. You get to know them. Ooh, sorry, honey. Her dad's a little creepy. How about you have your friend sleep over with us? There you go. You don't have to worry about the creepy dad anymore. But, I don't know. I feel like I had sleepovers with friends that my mom didn't hang out with a lot. I know I had sleepovers with friends that my mom was like best friends with my best friend's mom, so that was like ideal. Like, oh, we have to leave in 15 minutes? All right, Molly, we have 2 more hours because our moms are going to talk for 2 hours. That was the best. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that.
Okay.
I'm going to move along now. What good happened to you today or this week? So this is going to sound silly, but I completed my first journal entry work all on my own. No help from anybody. And I had my boss come over and check it, and she said it was perfect. So it just, that felt really good for me. Like, I'm learning things, I'm getting there, I'm slowly kind of remembering what I went to school for. So that was good for me. How about you?
At work?
What good happened to you today or this week?
Today or this week? I hung out with Scott. That's been fun.
Scott's great.
Work has been work. It's been very work. Lots of crazy, stupid stuff that shouldn't even be possible happens all the time.
It's supposed to be about good stuff, honey.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to... Work is a large portion of what I do.
It doesn't have to be about work.
I know, I'm just trying to, eliminate...
We should stick with Scott, then.
Yeah, well, no, we ate. That was fun. And then...
Oh, I got my cross stitches framed. Continue.
Yeah. No, I don't think I have much else. I survived. That was
that
cool,
is definitely a good thing.
One of those weeks.
When you are gone, what would you like people to write for your obituary and why? Honestly, I want mine to be filled with laughs and stupid things just because I don't want people to be coming together and crying over me. I'd rather they reminisce and, reflect on the happy times. And, laughing at my expense when I'm dead, that's totally fine.
We do it when you're alive anyways.
Yeah, so why not when I'm dead, right? How about you?
Likewise. I mean, I'm dead. I don't care. I'm not going to complain, I promise.
I mean, if they say horrible things, I'm going to feel horrible. I'll be dead. I don't know. Maybe as an angel I'll be able to hear. I don't know how that works.
I suspect I will not care, regardless of what afterlife possibilities there are.
Okay. What responsibility would you gladly give up? The dishes are annoying. Vacuuming. Laundry.
No, it's okay.
Cleaning. I vacuum way more than you do.
You do.
Vacuum one every 4 months. Not very often. I'm a bad person. I like tidying things up and neatening things. I don't really like cleaning anymore. It's just a hassle. I could be doing more
straightening
fun things.
Is more, yeah.
Yeah, straightening. I like doing that. Okay, what would you not give up?
You.
I'm a responsibility, huh?
No, it was a Rickroll.
I like getting Rickrolled. I like that song, so.
That was
Thank
why
you.
I did it.
I don't believe you.
I know you like that. You mentioned it. I listen sometimes.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, what responsibility would you not give up? Showering.
Well, I mean...
Because although it's annoying, I like to be clean.
Showering's relaxing. Or at least to me.
I take 20-minute showers. I'm in, I'm out, I'm done.
I used to fall asleep in the shower as a kid, even a teenager, because it was the only time my parents would leave me the hell alone. So especially in the morning, I had to get up early, even though there was no reason for me to, in my opinion, because you must eat breakfast, you must this, you must that, and it's must I? So I would take long showers and just sit there and enjoy the water and not be griped at, which was nice. I actually like some of my work responsibilities as much as the job can drive me up a wall. There's a lot of stuff I do there that I enjoy. It's all technical junk or, meetings and unfun stuff like that, but I wouldn't, trade out the responsibility for a lot of it. I would like less of it at once. Here's 12 projects, pick 2, do them all.
Yeah.
So is a little annoying, but other than that, yeah.
Where were you living between the ages of 7 and 12?
Here.
What were winters like then, and how was your home heated during that time?
Well, I lived in Vegas. Winters were mild and by normal heating standards. Although on a complete tangent, when I was much younger, the first house I lived in, that I remember anyways, had floor heaters. It's like little vents on the floor. So I would put my blanket over them, and then it would be like a tiny little warm tent. So, fun facts. And the cats would go in there too. Because, cats.
Yeah. Okay, so 7 and 12. I was definitely in Spain when I was 12, 11, 10, 9. So 9 to 12 I was in Spain. So 7 to 9 I was in Germany. Let's see, Germany. What were the winters like? They were very cold. It snowed a lot. It was very rainy there as well. It was heated. We had heaters in every room, I believe.
Yeah.
So we could just heat our room how we wanted it. And they were connected to the wall. Or am I don't know if I'm thinking of the right home or not. It's been a long time.
No, I know.
And I've been so many places. I've been in so many homes.
She still gives me crap because when
Oh,
I travel, we don't need a passport.
hush.
How dare we?
Oh, shut up. I didn't do it as a child, but I remember in Japan we had similar heaters in the wall, and you could lay like your blanket over it for a little while. So when you're ready to go to bed, you take it off, you get in bed, it's nice and toasty warm, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we could set the heat how we wanted. If we were really cold in my room, I could blast it. If it was already warm in my sister's room, she could turn it off. And it was just in her room. Mine was just in my room, so that's nice. You get to pick the heat that you want in your own bedroom. That is always nice. And then Spain was hot. It was warm. And I wouldn't say it was nearly as hot as Vegas, but it was still nice. It was warm. And for a little while there, we were in La Ramira, which was off base from Morón Air Base where we were. So 15-ish minute drive from Sevilla. If you've been to Spain or live in Spain, you might know where I'm talking about. Everything, all the floors were tiled. They were marble, I want to say, actually. So it got very, very cold at night because it's tile. Tile does not hold heat very well. Or, well, when it's hot, it does. But when it's cold, it holds just cold. And we bought little heaters that they looked like fans, but they were heaters. And my dad would put them in the bedrooms for the first, and they'd be on a timer for I think it was 15 to 30 minutes, and then they'd turn off. So you'd go to bed warm, and you would wake up freezing because it would turn off. But at least you could go to bed.
The struggle is real.
So real. What do you like best about your house or apartment? The walls. Go.
I don't know. I just kind of like the layout in general.
Honestly, I do have to agree. The layout is really nice. Having 2 bathrooms is wonderful. The kitchen's nice. I mean, I don't cook a lot, but it's really nice that we can both be in there making our own food and we have plenty of space. Because I've been to kitchens where it's like, okay, when you're done in there, let me know so I can make my bowl of cereal.
Yeah. No, the place is very nice.
What is your middle name and why were you so named? My middle name is Lee, spelled Lea, just like my YouTube channel that you guys are on right now. And I don't know necessarily if my parents intentionally named me the middle name Lee because my dad's middle name is Lee, but it's spelled Lee, and my grandfather's middle name was Lee. So I don't know if it was supposed to be a family thing or if it was just that my family really liked the sound of Elizabeth Lee, Lizzie Lee. They thought it was really cute. I don't know, and I don't know. I'll have to ask my mom if it was just we like how it sounded or like it was a family thing. Because my sister does not have the same middle name.
Well, neither does my brother.
What?
That'd be weird if you had the same middle name.
I mean, if it's family thing, I could understand it. You don't generally call people by their middle name. If I started calling you Justin, that would be kind of awkward, wouldn't it?
Probably.
Yeah, because you don't get called Justin.
Not all that often, no.
No, you get called DJ.
Yeah, which also.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so why were you given the middle name Justin?
I have no idea.
It was just what was chosen for you.
Yeah, I know my dad's middle name is my grandfather's first name, and that's about it.
So technically no, your dad and I kind of quasi have family middle names. I don't know. Where is your happy place? Right here. Or in the bedroom. I like sleeping in there as well. Where is your happy place, handsome man? The shower?
Sleep is good. Showers are good. All that stuff is good. Not much to say there. Like,
Home. Home is my happy place.
yeah, generally. I mean, anything like more exciting about that. I do like being outside. Like, I'm not outside as much as I would like to be, but I would love to like set up my laptop out back and like just work from there. It would take kind of a lot of effort to get set up, which is why I haven't done such a thing, but one day.
I believe in you. What smells make you happy?
Bacon.
Vanilla. Especially vanilla candles. I like the shampoo you used when I first moved in. The shampoo that I use now, when you use that on your hair, it smelled so nice. Now I don't really know what your hair... Costco, their shampoos are meh. I don't know. I don't like how it leaves my hair when I'm done with it, so... I don't care if it's more cost efficient to go to Costco. I prefer the shampoo from Albertsons.
I see. Strong feelings on shampoo.
Well, it's just what smells make you happy.
Yeah, I got you.
It made me happy. And you like head scratches, so
There.
it was perfect.
Is that why I'm getting less?
Yes, exactly. No. Okay, if you could pick any animal to talk, which would it be?
Cats, probably? Nah. I think that's less interesting.
I mean, like, I want cats to talk, but then I would want to adopt one. And we can't have a cat right now, so...
I just feel
forever,
like
maybe.
talking animals is, like, half the value of an animal is that it doesn't talk.
Well, see, that's what... And I was thinking,
They
like,
can't
maybe, like, a
judge you.
bird. And not just, like, the way that a parrot talks. I mean, like pigeons. Because then, hey... Oh, there's a fire over there. Like, I can't see that, but you can go this high up into the sky and you can see that far. There's potential. We used to have carrier birds. It'd be pretty freaking sweet if they could talk. Also could have been incredibly dangerous if they could talk, but...
Yeah, I don't know, like... What would have
feel like-
interesting stories? Elephants?
Ooh. Some of them would be really depressing, though. The ones, like, kept in the circus for a really long time.
Maybe we'd stop doing that if we did.
Maybe. I mean, dude, there was an elephant that got out of a circus once, and it literally crushed one of the guys working at the circus, and they still brought the elephant back into the circus. It's just like, really? Like, it literally killed one of its handlers, or whatever you want to call them. You think you should keep this thing here? Really? Okay, so... People are stupid.
This is fair.
Honestly, I'd really like to hear cats talk, though. Like...
Why aren't you feeding me? Why aren't you feeding me? Why aren't you feeding me?
See, that's not what Tessa would say.
Fair.
She was a good girl. She'd be like, I love you, Lizzie. Stop cross-stitching and pet me.
Also, yes.
I mean, I don't know if you could see her sometimes in my videos before. She would go behind the cross stitch and lay down. So then I could just cross stitch with one hand and I could pet her with the other, and she loved that. Yeah. What's the most bizarre chewing gum flavor you can come up with?
Bacon.
Pizza? Neither of these actually sound good.
I mean,
It's like gum. I don't want
That's what
bacon
makes it
flavored
bizarre.
gum. Schnitzel flavored gum.
schnitzel.
You want meat flavored gum, right?
I mean, I know this stuff
Bologna.
exists. All of this actually exists so far.
Blue cheese.
That would be pretty freaking awful. Try it.
Although it's bizarre. I mean, that would be bizarre.
Gum flavored gum.
That exists. I know it does. Bubble gum flavored gum, yeah.
Yeah, but that's bubble gum.
It
gum.
counts. It counts.
Gum gum. All your gum gum needs.
Oh, the clown. His powers with the
Oh, Hisoka.
Hisoka. Yeah,
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
What was it, gum gum, or what was it
It
called?
was. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Something gum.
Bungee gum.
Bungee gum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
If you guys have not watched
Hunter X Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter, you need to.
It is very good.
It's amazing. So Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is still my number 1. Yu Yu Hakusho is still number 2. And the guy who made Hunter x Hunter is the same guy who made Yu Yu Hakusho. So obviously it's amazing. Anyways, back on track. What are the 5 words that you use the least? And what are the 5 you use the most?
I mean, the least seems like
Like,
words I
it's-
actually use. I'm assuming because I'm sure there's some Latin stuff I haven't said very much. Here's a couple of molecules I googled.
I mean, that seems kind of dumb. I mean, the most I say awesome.
Yeah.
I try to say please and thank you a lot, so technically I'm at 4 words now.
Yeah.
Although I guess thank you is a phrase rather than words, but
How dare you? Ruining everything.
I say a lot there. Your turn. What are your 5 most used words?
I wouldn't even know. Jeez.
I feel like these are kind of, like that one's kind of just a dumb
I
question.
know there's words I use a lot in emails that I try to like go through my emails and make sure they're not in the email when I send it. I
What
use
words are they?
seems a lot. It seems that blah, or one could say, or so in short, I use that a lot. Because I know I can be wordy, so I try to put in short. And then I delete the in short, so I know that I'm not oversaying in short.
TLDR.
Yeah, apparently that's not okay for a work email, although actually in our environment.
We actually got one from like a CEO of a company.
Oh yeah,
it
they're
was
allowed
a
to.
really long thing, and then it was TLDR, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
I read the whole thing just because I'm one of those people. I'm willing to read a very long paragraph in order to get the whole
Stop
story.
breaking the law.
What?
Liar, liar. Never mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
this pen is royal blue. Obviously, that was my favorite line because blue. Okay. Would you rather be tiny as a fly or massive as a dinosaur?
Tiny seems more fun.
I mean, am I gonna be like tiny Bomberman 64? You turn tiny and you become super fast, because that would be awesome. If I'm gonna be the same speed and I'm tiny, I'm not gonna be able to get anywhere. But I saw previews for Downsized with Matt Damon, and yeah, when they didn't have enough money, they would downsize. They would get shrunk.
I see.
And then, they would have the perfect house and everything they needed, because with the little bit of money they had, they could afford to have a nice house that size.
Yeah. Think of how far bread would go.
Oh my god, bread is so good.
You'd need like a slice a year. Okay, maybe not.
It would go way bad so quickly. That would be horrible.
Yeah, well.
But I feel like that would be way easier to live with than being as massive as a dinosaur, because
Yeah.
I would crush buildings, and
I mean, if I'm going to be as massive
probably
as a
be shot
dinosaur,
down.
we're going all out here. I'm going to be a threat.
go no.
King Kong, one of the two. Where's the nearest building to climb?
Oh dear, stratosphere.
Probably.
You gotta pick the stratosphere.
Probably, yeah, that does seem quite correct.
I mean, it's what, the tallest thing west of the Mississippi, I believe.
Is it really?
I know it used to be.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's not still true. But
Probably
I
not.
mean, I don't know.
It used to be at one point. I don't know.
I know it was supposed to be taller.
Really, I didn't know that.
I'm not okay. I was young at the time, so maybe I misunderstood this. But they were originally talking. So if you've ever seen the stratosphere, like the top is half a diamond. They were talking of doing 3 diamonds because they wanted it to be like the tallest building. Period. And then no, for all sorts of reasons. Most of them structural. So.
I mean, it's not even close to being the tallest building, anyways, anymore. So.
God no, but yeah, it was an attempt. It was. I have not been in there. I think eons. I haven't been. Have you ever been to the top?
Nope.
Oh, I should take you.
There are rides up there.
There's not anymore actually. Are there any?
Yeah, aren't there 3 different ones?
There were. I don't know if there are any more. There was a roller coaster. I know they took that down.
Oh, I didn't know there was a roller coaster.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like ones that would like, oh, it's gonna swing you off to the edge. You can see the whole strip. Woo, you're back now. You're okay.
Yeah, there's one where they drop you from the top all the way to the bottom on a cord.
Oh.
I think. And there's one where they spin you, like it's like one of those spinners at a fair where like it just spins everyone around, except it does it over the edge.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
Like it
Well,
brings
no,
you
there's another one. Then it's like a seesaw.
Oh,
So,
that just
yeah.
okay.
Where there
Where I had
was
3.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know
If they're still there.
I swear they were closed or something, but maybe I'm crazy.
I think I did hear about them breaking down a lot.
Yeah, that's why
I remember hearing about them getting closed down. I
Didn't
don't know.
really want to. I went on the roller coaster a lot. Oh, and of course, there's the stupid freaking needle top. That's
the drop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
even know if that still works, but yeah.
I know that's the one that breaks down the most at Circus Circus.
Yeah, cool. Small world.
All right. If you were a snake, how long would you want to be?
Yes. All along.
I mean, 6 feet is actually fairly long for a snake. Not
50.
as long as you can be, but 50?
60.
No, that's way too long. You wouldn't be able to protect yourself.
500.
No. I think I'll go with, like, 5 feet. Like, I'll be about the same height I'm at now. Because even then, you still run the risk of, oh no, my tail's too long. I can't defend
one of those
it.
things that they find in the Amazon and everyone thinks it's a fake photo.
You know what? You would. You would enjoy that, handsome man.
That is the end of For Heavenly Beasts Day 1. I got 6 hours and 8 minutes of footage. Didn't get very far. They're very, very dark colors. It's very hard to see. So. Excited for day 2, though. Well, just come on to this. Just let everyone see you, handsome man. Get over here. Yes, you're tall. You have to bend down. Okay. For size reference, though. For size reference. Okay. No, scoot. Alright, so my head is currently in the frame. His is not. See, but you have to do that when they can see that.
But do I?
Yeah! Because it's funny. You're very, very, very tall.
Very, very tall.
Love you.
Love you too.
Alright, so now you guys have seen David. The hair's all messed up. Look forward to day 2.